One of my favorite question types is the "how might we" question, and that's an example of how you can take almost any question, and with a little tweak, you can sort of open it up a little bit and make it a little more inviting and more likely to induce creativity. And so the idea behind "how might we" is that simply that. And this actually started with the Procter and Gamble company years ago, but now it's been picked up by Google, and lots of the Silicon Valley companies practice, how might we? It's just the idea that when you're trying to figure out how to solve a problem, or what you're going to do next, or what direction you're going to move in, um, if you word the question as sort of like, what should we do, or what are we going to do, or that ends up putting a certain pressure on you to. It sort of creates the idea that, gosh, there's only one possible answer, and we better find it, or we're going to be in real trouble. And the reality is that there probably isn't one answer in a lot of cases. What you need to do is look at a lot of possibilities, and you need to really open up your thinking so you can see the full range of possibilities, and then maybe pick the best one, figure out the best one. So what "how might we" does, just taking a problem you have and saying, how might we find a way to do X, Y, or Z? Doing that simply, it has to do with the wording. It's the use of that word "might," for example. It suggests that there's a lot of ways you can come at this challenge or this problem. And if you share that with people within your team or your organization, it tends to open up the imagination a little bit. It tends to get ideas flowing a little better, and it tends to lead to more creative thinking about that problem or about that challenge. So that's a really simple tool that you can use if you're not using it already. It's just to begin, when you're working on challenges or problems, begin a lot of your questions with the phrase "how might we."
Yeah.
This can also be done on a personal level. If you're working on a problem that's just your own challenge, you're not working on it with other people, it's your own problem, you can just say, "how might I?" And one of the things I recommend to people is, even when they're doing like New Year's resolutions, don't do it as a resolution, a statement that I will lose 10 pounds, or I will drink more water this year. I must drink more water. Instead, do it as a "how might I" question. How might I drink more water this year? And